In a previous video, we talked about Rick Edelman's idea of fixing Social Security by having millionaires voluntarily give up their benefits, and showed the math just doesn't add up. It seems we will either have to raise taxes to keep the program solvent, or lower the benefits to be in line with the current tax revenue. This would result in a 25% reduction in all retirees' Social Security check. I believe Social Security is a bad investment, so raising taxes to fund the program doesn't make much sense. With some quick math, I can prove that Social Security is a bad investment for the average worker. The average Social Security check is around $2,500. The amount deducted from workers to fund this is 6.2%, and your employer pays another 6.2%. If this money was instead put into a properly managed brokerage account, that account would easily be over $800,000 after 35 years. The math is as follows. The average per capita income is about $38,000, so 12.4% of this saved each year rather than going into Social Security would be about $4,700 per year. Saved over 35 years at an 8% return is $809,000. I'll put this up on the screen so you can do it on your calculator. Retirees living off of this could withdraw over $50,000 a year, nearly doubling the amount they would have collecting Social Security. This proves the government is stealing your money via Social Security. So why would we raise taxes to keep the program going? Here's what should happen instead. We should show this concept to the average worker so they understand how dubious the US government's boondoggle of a retirement plan really is. If people had more personal responsibility and saved for themselves, then they could double what the government would provide for them. That should put a nail in the coffin of the political debate of Social Security. It is a bad program for people who work for a living. Some argue this would put people into poverty, but that is erroneous. People who can care for their own finances will be much better off. To think people would be worse off will be to think very lowly of your neighbor, thinking the government is better at saving and investing than they are. I believe over a decade-long period, we should phase out Social Security by reducing the amount that is collected in taxes and the amount that is paid out to new beneficiaries. This wouldn't reduce the benefits of people who are on the program, but as those people die off and new retirees are added to Social Security benefits, taxes would be reduced year after year until the program is no longer in place. Either that, or we could raise the age of retirement to be in line with what it was when the program was first implemented. In 1935, the average person lived to be 60 years old, and full retirement age was 65. The average person today lives to be 78 years old, so maybe we should raise the full retirement age to 83. That would solve the problem right there.